Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Greetings. Good morning. This morning, I want to talk to you about that rabbit hole that we jump down often. It's one of us or another. And I say often because it seems like one jump out, one jump in. And when I talk about the rabbit hole, I'm talking about that place where you go in and you start getting mentally tired and exhausted, and you start doubting what you're doing when you know what your mission is. So I want to talk about that a little bit today, and I wish you would come in and have a conversation with me. Let me know whether you've been in that space or not. And so if you can come in and share, we'll have that conversation. If not, I'll leave a few tidbits here for you. So So for those of you, I'm sorry, trying to turn my phone off here so I can see you as you come in. So, good morning. As we go through this morning, I am Andrea Merriman, your creative harmony coach and master domestic violence help coach, bringing you conversations around disrupting the normalcy of domestic violence and increasing personal development so you can continue to serve those that need your help. And so this morning I was thinking as I was, didn't have a topic this morning, just kind of, it's raining here, just kind of humdrum. And I'm thinking, a lot of us go through that. We go through that space to where it may be raining, it may just be that we're tired, but it's that space where we start doubting what we're doing or having thoughts about how we're feeling and whether we're doing it enough or just any of those things that come about and that stop us from doing what we're doing. I was on a wonderful panel last night with some ladies sharing their story, hearing some great things about them. And I noticed a pattern each place for the last few years that we all understand where we want to do and we want to give back and we want to help and we want to. I'm constantly saying, no other mother should bury a daughter. Daughters are saying, I want to save my children. Children are saying, I want my mama to be happy. And we all are looking at each other, but oftentimes we still, even with the support that we have, even with that, we want to give back to others, but we have those days that we're down. And if you are having one of those days, how do you get past that? What do you do? I think a lot of it is, one, you have to know what your goal is, what your purpose is. And you've heard me say that before. You just have to have dreams big enough that you're willing to fight for. And I don't even mean fighting other people. Usually the person you're going to have to fight the most is going to be yourself. You're going to have to deal with that self-sabotage. You're going to have to deal with that self-doubt. You're going to have to deal with you saying, maybe I'm not doing this right. Maybe I'm not reaching the right people. Maybe I said the wrong thing. And we start doubting ourselves, doubting what we're doing, doubting our thoughts. And then we get into the shiny object syndrome and we start looking at other people on social media and it looks like they're twirling and whirling and making things happen and they're helping this person and they helped 20 people yesterday. They've done this. They've saved a life. They've done all these things. And then we start going, well, I only saved half of 20 lives. I only worked every other day. And we start comparing ourselves to someone else's journey. And we hear things like, don't compare, look at your own success. But when we're in that rabbit hole, none of that makes sense. None of that. None of that keeps us motivated. So what do we have? What do we have that keeps us getting up in the morning and continuing to work as an advocate that we do? And I want to tell you, the only thing that I can come up with this morning, the main thing that we continue to have is hope. Hope for a brighter future. Hope for making a change. Hope that something we say or do will reach one person at a time and change a life, save a life, spare a child, spare a woman, spare a man. Hope is what keeps us going. We have to continue to have hope. And hope comes by doing. It comes by showing up. It comes by living in your greatness. It comes by being who you are and being comfortable with who you are. Getting in touch with your spiritual side. Understanding the a higher being is helping you. Everyone that I know don't believe the same. I have some that are Baptist, Methodist, Jehovah Witness, Muslim, Seventh-day Adventist. Everyone, I was just speaking to one of my sister friends the other day. A lot of us are reading the same Bible, but we have different versions of it. And we're not necessarily understanding everything, so we're doing what we do know. And that's all you can do, is to continue to have hope. Walk in what you do know. When you know more, do more. When you do more, more things will come to you. When you share more, grab more. When you do things that are pleasing in the sight of the Father, things will be given to you. And sometimes you don't even know. So just do what you know. Gather the information you do know. Share it with others. Build it up with other people. Reach out to someone. Ask for help for the things you don't know. Have those conversations. Just like the conversations we're having October 31st. We're tired of the tricks. We're tired of people tricking us into loving, tricking us into believing, tricking us into relationships. My sisters, it's time for that treat. It's time for you to pull yourself out of that rabbit hole, that self-doubt, and stop the self-sabotaging. Excuse me. Gotta get some water. And stop the self-sabotaging. And have those conversations with yourself. And so then when Mr. Goodbar, Mr. Good Ranch, Mr. Good Man, Mr. Good whatever he is, long as he's good, shows up, you're ready to accept the gift that he's bringing you. The gift of his love, the gift of his understanding, the gift of his dominance that's not controlling, the gift of husbandry. Yes, I made that word up. Don't even know if it's really a word, husbandry. But he's bringing it to you, and you need to be ready. So you need to have built yourself up, faced your demons, grow past them, overcome the things you need to overcome, and continue to live your best life. So when your best man comes, you're ready. So I wanted to jump in there for someone today who's feeling like maybe this is the wrong avenue, this is the wrong way I need to go, but you've already verified that it's not, that that's your mission. So I want you to go in and say, keep going, keep moving, keep being the best you can, keep showing up. And when you show up, don't just show up, speak up, talk up, share, and don't let anyone take your voice again. I'm Andrea Merriman, your creative harmony coach, master domestic violence help coach, praying that until we meet again tomorrow, that you continue to have hope, harmony, and happiness in your life.